会死，包括我。
克莱恩。
The anime adaptation of Lord of the Mysteries is coming, and this might be the most important fantasy Chinese animation, also commonly referred to as Donghua in recent years. One of the most critically acclaimed novels to come out of China in recent years, Lord of the Mysteries, often cited alongside other great novels you might have heard before, including Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, is a story that transcends typical xianxia or cultivation narratives that mostly involve martial arts themes. Instead, fusing elements of Lovecraftian horror, Victorian steampunk, and occult magic systems. Although the exact release date has yet to be revealed, the production team in charge of the series shared new images, hinting at the series' June 28, 2025 release date, which coincides with the main character's transmigration into the series. The project is backed by Tencent and animated by BC May Pictures, which has worked on The King's Avatar and The Master of Diabolism, with multiple trailers released showcasing the animation quality and visuals of the series. Set in a world inspired by Victorian-era Europe, Lord of the Mysteries follows Klein, an ordinary man who, after mysteriously dying in modern-day Earth, wakes up in another body in an alternate, mystic industrial world. He becomes entangled in a world of beyonders, people equipped with magical abilities, secret organizations, tarot cards, ancient gods, and mysterious artifacts as he struggles to survive, understand his powers, and uncover the hidden history of the world. Although I haven't been able to go past a lot of chapters since this is unfortunately, despite my years of watching and reading various series, my very first time even hearing of Lord of the Mysteries. I have but read enough to say with confidence that this series has a world building that is truly unique, in the sense that the fantasy world created effectively combines layers of history, religion, philosophy, and conspiracy into an ecosystem that just keeps delivering. Magic in this world isn't about casting fireballs or summoning beasts. It's about rituals, knowledge, and the consumption of mystical potions that alter one's very essence. This system is grounded in the idea of sequences through the supernatural system of Beyonder, wherein any power Klein and others gain come at a cost. And the ascent through the sequences brings not just strength, but the risk of madness, corruption, and loss of self. These dangers aren't mere plot devices, but also reflections of broader themes like the fear of knowledge, the price of power, and the fragility of sanity in the face of the incomprehensible. The world feels rich and lived in, with involvement of slums, universities, nightclubs, taverns, grand cathedrals, and colonial enterprises across seas. Cultures differ, superstitions change from place to place, which are all woven directly into the magical hierarchy, making sure the world really feels alive. I like the fact that history plays a very important part of the plot, with each nuance that would otherwise seem like filler be a factor in later stages. Klein himself is one of the most compelling characters, being intelligent but cautious, skeptical yet burdened by empathy with a heart of justice. He doesn't rush into power, but constantly questions the nature of his path and whether his actions are justified. It's common to see characters progressing from weak to strong at a pace and in a sense that is unbelievable and quite frankly irritable. But Klein's growth from a weak academic into a scheming, powerful entity is gradual and believable, making his character fun to watch. So expect to see plenty of psychological battles. One of the series' most innovative elements is the creation of the Tarot Club, a mysterious, telepathic gathering of Beyonders from different factions who are seated around a long table in an astral domain with Klein at the head. And here lies the beating heart of the story's intrigue, with conversations shrouded in half-truths, silent observations, and psychological games, creating a constant air of suspense as different characters' stories slowly unfold. The tone of Lord of the Mysteries is steeped in dread, mystery, and philosophical tension. Don't go expecting horror in the form of jump scares or poorly animated 3D monsters. Here the horror isn't loud or grotesque. It's a subtle terror rooted in the unknown and the unknowable. Also, once again, don't expect to see any Shansha and shonen tropes. There's no cultivation, no obvious chosen one, and most definitely no romance. The core experience of this series to me would be the emotional weight of balancing sanity with survival. Klein has to fake his identity, play mental chess with godlike entities, and flirt with divine madness, all while maintaining the image of normalcy. The secret sauce, the uniqueness of Lord of the Mysteries lies in its potion plus sequence system, where every sequence advancement is a ritual, unlike leveling up with just gaining experience points. The potions are brewed with low specific ingredients, with each advancement altering not just your body but your mind. So every time client drinks a potion, you're not watching a power up. You're watching a man slowly become something else. Not just stronger, not just smarter, but less human. Yet, for all its strengths, the original novel series is lengthy, nearly 1,400 chapters, which is most certainly going to affect the pacing. The story can also feel especially slow, sometimes bogged down in world exposition or philosophical introspection. Despite these issues, Lord of the Mysteries still remains a great series. When it comes to animation quality, Lord of the Mysteries seems in safe hands. BCMA Pictures, known for The King's Avatar, brings a proven record of consistent, clean animation. Don't believe me? Look at the trailer. Moody visuals, steady frame rates, and occult symbolism woven into a fog-soaked palette that matches a novel's tone. CGI appears sparingly in the trailer, and even if it doesn't feel invasive, which is a good sign. In addition, they have successfully adapted other heavy world-building based novels and have a knack for translating dense lore without info dumping. They're not the flashiest studio, but they're dependable, and I think that matters more for a complex series like this. So visually, this anime could be one of Donghua's most immersive entries if they don't cut corners later. Series director Ke Xiang, known for the Master of Diabolism, brings further confidence. Another positive, the author's heavy involvement in the adaptation. That means there's a higher chance the anime will stay true to the core themes: mystery, madness, cosmic horror, even if some structural changes are made for screen pacing. But this isn't enough. While the visuals and directions seem promising, the real heart of the series is psychological, and that's where things get risky. Klein, our protagonist, is defined by his internal conflict, self-reflection, and layers of quiet paranoia. His thoughts are the real soul of this narrative, witty, cautious, philosophical, and if the Donghua trims them down or delivers them with flat voice acting, the character risks falling completely flat, which comes to the point of the pacing. Like I already mentioned, the original novel is dense and deliberately slow at the start, more mystery than action too. If the Donghua rushes the opening just to appeal to a wider crowd, it risks screwing up the psychological and philosophical depth that literally defines the series. And from the info I've read, Lord of the Mysteries' first season is set to adapt the entire first novel of the series, with the very first episode reportedly covering around 14 chapters, suggesting a fast and condensed approach to storytelling. This likely means that the early investigative and slower paced segments of the novel will be trimmed down. With only 13 regular episodes and 2 unrevealed specials, and each episode running for about 30 minutes, the adaptation will need to balance a huge amount of content within a limited time frame, which to me sounds risky. Finally, here's what I think. Lord of the Mysteries will become one of the most dissected and debated Donghua of this year. It won't go mainstream viral, but no fan service, no ecchi, but it will quietly build a cult following of fans with viewers being split right down the middle. Some will call it slow and confusing. Others will swear it's a hidden masterpiece, but those who stay till the end, they'll be begging for a season 2. Either way, the hype is real. Just keep your expectations smart. So, who should watch this? If you loved Fate Zero for its tension, Steins Gate for its layered narrative, and you're the type of person that enjoys slow burn mysteries that reward patience with rich lore and atmosphere, then this one's for you. But if you want something fast paced, light-hearted, or full of power scaling fights every 3 minutes, then this is not it. If you enjoyed this video, then do consider subscribing to my channel for more.